Like and subscribe right now, or this spider is gonna crawl on your face while you're sleeping.
Top 10 terrifying and deadliest plants. Natural, beautiful, and often beneficial, plants are a part of our everyday surroundings. From the shade given to us by a large oak to the pleasant scent of the rose, plants bring about a feeling of pleasure for most people. But not all plants are out to make humans happy or shade us from the sun. These beautiful beings can sometimes have a darker side. Poison saps, toxic leaves, and a directive to harm. Some plants are out to kill you. There, we said it. Now you will never be able to look at those green-looking fields the same way ever again. Sure, there are many plants out there that kill the insects or the occasional rat, but hey, those are not only deadly for insects and animals. These can take on a human and win the battle. Here are the top 10 terrifying and deadliest plants on our planet. Number 10. Manchineel. The manchineel is a fruiting tree found in the coastal regions of the Caribbean, including the West Indies and Central America. The locals of Spanish-speaking countries refer to this tree as Árbol de la Muerte, or the Tree of Death. This ominous name does not come lightly to this simple tree. The manchineel is extremely toxic. The tree produces a sap that can ooze from the bark, leaves, fruit, and even twigs that have snapped from the tree. The sap can cause burn-like blisters on the skin. If the sap contacts an open wound, it can enter the bloodstream and cause death. The burning of the manchineel tree can cause toxins to be released into the air. Contact with the eyes can cause extreme irritation and, in some cases, blindness. The fruit of the manchineel is of particular concern due to its small shape and appetizing appearance. Looking like a small apple, it appears to be quite edible. Eating the fruit, a consumer will be greeted with a pleasant, sweet taste. The taste is then followed by the swelling and closure of the throat and potentially death. Due to its extreme toxicity, natives in the realm of the manchineel have used the sap of the tree to coat their arrows when hunting. The manchineel is proof that sometimes the sweetest things can have the sourest consequences. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that will take just 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell and you get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works. Number 9. The rosary pea. The rosary pea is an Indonesian plant that is often referred to as the crab's eye due to the beautiful red and black coloration. The rosary pea is often used in jewelry making, particularly in the making of ornamental rosaries. Although native to Indonesia, the rosary pea was introduced to the United States as an ornament plant, where it has become naturalized and grows rapidly in the southern United States, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico. Although the vine produces beautiful pink flowers and delicate red and black peas, the beauty of this plant hides a sinister secret. The peas of this plant are exceedingly toxic. When the skin of the rosary pea is broken, it takes less than 0.00015% of the toxin to kill a human. However, if the skin of the pea is unbroken, the pea is not harmful, simply passing through the digestion tract of the consumer. Abrin, the toxin of the rosary pea, attacks the cells of the human body, inhibiting protein synthesis, which is imperative for cell health. The rosary pea has 2 ways of attacking the human body: inhalation and ingestion. If inhalation of the rosary pea toxin occurs, the victim experiences nausea, fever, and pulmonary edema. The ingestion of the toxin proves even more detrimental to humans. Ingestion of a punctured pea causes extreme nausea and vomiting, which leads to dehydration, followed by shutting down of the kidneys, liver, and spleen, resulting in a painful death. Number 8. White snakeroot. The white snakeroot is a flowering North American herb that is found primarily in wooded areas of the Midwest. White snakeroot is a petite plant, standing 3 feet tall, and topped with clusters of small white flowers. Although the plant appears diminutive and harmless in appearance, this little beauty hides a deadly secret. White snakeroot contains a potent unsaturated alcohol known as tremetol, and is most commonly introduced to the human body secondhand via a disease known as milk sickness. Milk sickness begins its journey to the human by first entering the body of cows. The grazing cows ingest the white snakeroot, unaware of the damage it will cause. The tremetol causes the cow to develop a syndrome called the trembles, aptly named because it causes the cow to tremble and shake violently. The milk from the cow is then consumed by humans, thus passing the tremetol into the system of the human, causing the debilitating milk sickness. Milk sickness presents as a myriad of symptoms, including loss of appetite, weakness of the body, stiff muscles, along with gastrointestinal distress, vomiting, and constipation. After the tremetols ravage the body, its final act of wrath is to induce a coma, ultimately leading to death. Number 7. Oleander. The common oleander is an ornamental bush prized for its beautiful flowers and robust nature. Originally from northern Africa and the Mediterranean, the oleander now flourishes in warm locales in various locations around the globe, including the dry and southernmost parts of the United States. This ornamental bush is prized by gardeners and homeowners alike. However, few realize just how deadly the flowering beauty is. The oleander contains multiple toxins that can be deadly to humans, including a plethora of unknown toxins. The potent chemical concoction is so toxic that only one leaf is needed to kill an adult human. The toxins in the oleander are plentiful and cause a varied array of potentially deadly symptoms in humans: blurred vision, debilitating gastrointestinal distress, slowed or irregular heartbeats, as well as a multitude of incapacitating issues concerning the brain. Nearly all of major organ systems in the body are directly affected. Number 6. Jimson weed. Jimson weed is known by the common name devil's snare. Many may remember this name as Harry, Hermione, and Ron came face to face with it in searching for the Sorcerer's Stone. However, the real devil's snare is more diabolical than that found at Hogwarts. True devil's snare is a tall, flowering plant that produces fennel-shaped flowers and prickly seed pods. Native to Asia, the toxic plant has made its way to the West Indies, Canada, and the United States. Although the devil's snare seems plain and unassuming, this plant is packed with a powerful punch. The devil's snare contains a mixture of tropane alkaloids, which can affect nearly every aspect of the human body, but are particularly debilitating to the brain. Commonly used as a psychedelic drug, devil's snare can cause dilated pupils, blurred vision, frightening hallucinations, confusion, euphoria, delirium, combative behaviors, as well as tachycardia and dry mouth. Devil's snare typically enters the body directly. A person will suck the juices from the plant stem or flowers, or simply ingest one of the seeds from the prickly pod. And while death is not always certain, devil's snare will take you on a trip that is not going to be pleasurable. Number 5. Castor beans. Castor beans come from the castor bean plant, and though the beans themselves may look harmless, they contain one of the most potent natural toxins on Earth, ricin. The castor plant is a medium-height, herb-like plant originating from Ethiopia. The plant has become quite common worldwide in temperate and tropical climates. The southwest United States have seen an increase in castor plant population. Many grandmothers have sworn the benefits of castor oil, which comes from the castor plant. So why is it so deadly? Well, the secret is the mottled brown castor beans. The beans are the vessels that contain the ricin. The ricin is contained in the pulp of the bean after it has been either broken or chewed. The pulp can be used to create a dried powder that can either be inhaled or mixed with liquids to create an injectable poison. Scary, right? Well, depending on how the ricin ends up in the human body, each method of poisoning creates a different set of life-threatening symptoms. You will think twice the next time grandma offers you castor oil for what ails you. Number 4. Nightshade. Deadly nightshade is known worldwide as belladonna, often translated simply as beautiful lady. This lady, although she is beautiful, is exceedingly dangerous. Native to Europe, North Africa, and Western Asia, belladonna has become commonplace in the United States. Belladonna is a tall plant with dark green leaves, beautiful purple bell-shaped flowers, and black-red berries. Overall, belladonna lives up to her name as a beautiful lady. However, contained within the plant are toxins that will kill with ease. The belladonna contains 3 tropane alkaloids and other toxic components which cause a plethora of symptoms upon poisoning a human. Extreme thirst, difficulty swallowing and breathing, blurred vision, vomiting, rapid heartbeat, slurred speech, hallucinations, and delirium. Convulsions and coma soon follow, ultimately leading to death. Belladonna contains toxins throughout the entire body of the plant, with the roots being the most potent. However, it is the berries that cause the most trouble. The shiny, dark, black-red berries resemble ripe cherries. People pluck the berries unaware of their toxicity and discovered upon tasting them that they are quite sweet. However, the after effects of this kiss of sweetness are anything but pleasant. This is a forbidden fruit that needs to stay forbidden. Number 3. The suicide tree. The suicide tree is a beautiful ornamental plant native to the swamps of India and southern Asia. Although known by the natives as pong pong, the tree is a devious tactic to lure you in and fool you into an early death. The suicide tree has beautiful white flowers and also produces a small fruit which can resemble a little mango. Sounds appetizing, right? What unsuspecting munchers do not realize is that the little green fruit seed is highly toxic. The seed of the suicide plant contains glycoside cerberin. The cerberin acts as a steroid that blocks the calcium ion channels in humans. The symptoms of Cerberin ingestion include severe stomach distress, diarrhea, irregular heart rhythms, cardiac distress, and vomiting. These symptoms occur within hours of ingesting the seed, and just one contains enough to kill an adult human. The suicide tree comes by its name honestly. The seed within the fruit of the suicide tree is used by thousands of people yearly as a quick and not so pleasant method of suicide. Number 2. Water hemlock. Water hemlock is a weed native to the wetlands of the American West. The seemingly ordinary plant stands a meter tall and has clusters of tiny white flowers at the tip of its many branches. When broken, the water hemlock produces a thick sap that flows freely from the interior of the plant. A member of the carrot family, this is one plant that you do not want to add to a lunchtime salad. The water hemlock is saturated with a toxin known as a sicutoxin, a form of unsaturated alcohol that smells remarkably like a carrot. Sicutoxin can be found throughout the entire plant body. Most often, the water hemlock is directly ingested by a human, usually after a misidentification of a toxic plant. After ingestion of the water hemlock, a wide variety of symptoms begin to take their toll on the body, which eventually leads to a coma and then a very quick death. A mere mouthful of water hemlock has enough poison to kill an adult human. Poisoning by the water hemlock happens very quickly. This carrot family villain will give you no time to reach a hospital and have a chance to ask, "What's up, doc?" Number 1. Monk's hood. Monk's hood is a flowering plant that has many aliases including tiger's bane, dog's bane, soldier's helmet, and old wife's hood. Native to Western and Central Europe, monk's hood is a perennial ornamental flowering plant most easily recognized by its deep violet flowers, which are shaped much like the hood of a monk. Although named after priestly garb, this plant is no saint. In fact, this violet beauty is the ultimate sinner. Monk's hood contains an alkaloid known as aconitine. Aconitine causes damage to the sodium channels that are directly related to the heart functionality. Symptoms of monk's hood poisoning include a tingling numbness of the mouth and tongue, nausea, vomiting, labored breathing, weak and irregular heartbeat, pain, convulsions, and paralysis, ultimately leading to death. Poisoning due to monk's hood is mostly by ingestion. However, the taste of the plant is quite unpleasant. Just one bite is all it takes to bring on a wave of pain and death.